Hey, this is Matt Lishner again. I want to do part two of borderline personality disorder. Last time I kind of went over like what the DSM criteria are, and now I want to talk about like how we actually see it. So there's one major symptom that we talk about more than any other, which is anger, and anger, explosive anger, anger that is not appropriate for the situation. I am not talking about like I stubbed my toe and I said damn. I'm talking about somebody didn't text you back in time and you lit their car on fire. Like these are overreactions, and any reasonable person would kind of agree that like these reactions are not appropriate for the situation. The funny thing is, most people with borderline personality also agree. That these reactions are not appropriate for the situation. But to get that agreement, you probably have to ask them about it like the next day or the next week or something, because in the moment, they do think that the anger is totally appropriate for the situation. If I haven't mentioned it before, most people who have borderline personality disorder have been through significant trauma, have been through a really, really tough time in life, have had various types of abuse, usually. And what ends up happening when you've been abused is you have a really tough time having what we call distress tolerance. So what does distress tolerance means? Like you calm yourself down when things aren't right. You're taking a test, you don't know half the answers, but you're like, okay, I'm not gonna freak out, I'm gonna be calm, I'm gonna do this test, whatever. Other examples would be things like, when you don't get what you want, or like when, a relationship breaks up, things like that. These are all distress, right? And we either tolerate it or we don't. So I'm probably gonna have to do a part 3 because there's really like kind of two kinds of folks who get borderline personality disorder. And that is folks who have been through significant trauma on the one hand, and that is a lot of them. I would say 80 or 90%. I'm not basing those numbers on anything. Don't check up on me on that. I haven't looked it up. I can look it up, and I can do a follow-up video and tell you. But the majority of folks have been through a really tough time. And then there's like this other small contingent of folks with borderline personality, and they have kind of the opposite thing. Like they've never really faced a serious adversity. Someone has always been there to help them, to take care of them, and so they do not learn distress tolerance. They don't know how to soothe themselves when things are bad. And then when they grow up and things are bad in an adult way, which can be worse, again, cannot soothe themselves, and explosion.